Now, I don't think we're going to see Dusty Baker managing Nicaragua in the Copa America, but we are going to see him managing in the World Baseball Classic, and that's a big get for them.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think that was of all the managers, that was like the most out of left field pick we've seen. Like I was just like, Dusty Baker, really? Wow, I don't think anybody saw that one coming, and just kind of the whole process of how he got selected, and just basically like, if you want to do it, whatever. And then he's
Yeah,
just
I
like,
mean,
yeah,
here's a guy with nothing to prove, and obviously, I think it's in Major League Baseball's interest because Major League Baseball, of course, runs the World Baseball Classic. It's in Major League Baseball's interest to get a Dusty Baker, or like John McLaren managed China a couple years ago. Jeff lives in Seattle. He's a Mariners fan. He recognizes that name. For McLaren to come in and manage China, which is a country that they're in the World Baseball Classic, but they're not going to be a team that's particularly competitive. But to have a McLaren come in and work with their players and work with these kids that are getting experience on something close to a major league level for the first time, I think that certainly benefits baseball in that country. And I think having Dusty Baker, Nicaragua, granted, has a longer baseball history, perhaps than China, but I think they have everything to gain by having a guy like Dusty Baker run their team this year.
yeah. And I think when you see it's like you've never seen as much excitement around Nicaragua baseball. Like I think it's just kind of gives a jolt of energy to their national program. And I mean, are they going to advance out of pool play? That would be like one of the biggest upsets of all time. But it's it kind of gives them a nice boost, a nice energy, more people paying attention to them, and they're gonna ideally try to recruit some players of Nicaraguan heritage, and hopefully he can kind of like, as being that big figure, can hopefully get some of them wanting to be interested who otherwise may not have been interested because they're not on the level of like a Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic, obviously.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of excitement in the Nicaraguan community in Miami in 2023 when Nicaragua played in the group in Miami. Real Latin flavor to that group that year with Nicaragua, the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, and of course Israel playing in that group. But the Nicaraguan community in Miami is sizable, and those folks know their baseball. They were out partying every day, even though their team finished fifth in the group. Just really nice folks having a great time watching their country's team. And granted, they finished fifth in the group. They had to go back and requalify for the World Baseball Classic, but they're in. And I think having Dusty Baker in the manager's office is only going to help them. A lot of good younger players on that team. There weren't a ton of players with name recognition in 2023. Probably Jonathan Loizaga, the New York Yankees closer, the most recognizable on that roster. But then you had the best mustache in the tournament in Juan Diego Montez. Hopefully he's bringing those handlebars back. We saw him in Japan at the Premier 12. No, it wasn't there that I saw him, but I did see him more recently than that. He still had the mustache going. Quite a good look. I think they have a lot to be excited about with Dusty Baker coming in there.